Hi guys, I'm Raju, the BODS trainer for you. So welcome to my SAP BODS online tutorial. So in this series of videos, we are learning the complete BODS scenarios in which you can have certain activities. So we already started certain the introduction of BODS, the repositories and the transformation. So please check my previous videos for those videos. So let's go with one more scenario of this part here. So we are focusing on transformation. Let's focus on the transformation called so we'll go with what is a pivot transformation. So how it's pivot transformation and reverse. So we have two types of transformation. One is pivot, one is reverse pivot. So how this pivot and reverse pivot will work out in real-time scenarios, and what's the main agenda of this pivot and reverse pivot transformation. Let's see how this will work out in real-time scenarios. So when we talk about here the pivot transformation, so we have one is pivot transformation. So this pivot transformation will help you out if you want to convert has the row into column, like we have did like this one. So we have country and we have state and we have some sales information. So I have now country. I'll take the country year wise sales data. Year wise, like we have 2004, 2005 and 2006 result. So I have a country like India. 2004 I got some $300. Nice one. USA. Then we have Germany. Nice one. So in certain cases, my client says you need the reverse data. It means that in output we get the result like country will be the same. Instead of country, like we get a year sequence and the year value and year sales value. So we extra add a column called sales. So India in the year of 2004, so we get result of 3000. This is how the output will come. Again India in year of 2005 is 408. Again India in 2006, okay, so it's 777. Again India in 2000, like this is how it output. So then we have USA. USA will be at 2004. So it means that this column will be converted as a row format. So in this series of video here, the column will convert as a row scenarios. So this will be counted as year here, row into column. So I convert my row data into column based. So here will be look like. So let's see how this will be happen in the real time cases. So the pivot will perform all the different types of transformation in which it convert all the row into a column scenarios. So let's see how here if we have a header, so we get year wise data into column scenarios. So let's see that first. For that let me perform some activities. First step is we need to create the project. Second step, we need to create bad job. Third step, we need to create data flow. Then we'll go with in here we need to add the source table. Then we'll take pivot transformation, then use the target table. So let's see how this happens practically. Okay, for that let me log into my machine. So once you log in, we'll see the pivot one. So what I do here, first step I'll create a new pod job. I'll just directly create batch job. I'll limit pivot. Then data flow here. So for that we need a certain kind of pivot data table which has certain activities. So what I do is I'll just create a pivot table, the source file. I'll take one source data. So here I'll take country, I'll take here year by sales report, our extra field here. So insert I'll take year, I'll make it 2004, 2005, 2006, 3 years I'll take. So delete, make it here 2006. So I'll add some data. So let's take this data, sample records, and remove all these scenarios. Done. Now let me save this file as. So we have here multiple sales. Let me take only the required data. Only India, USA, Germany and UK. A node of this part. India, USA, Germany. Now let me save this file. I'll save the desktop. I'll name it here as pivot. Save the file. Close the file now. So let me bring this data. Now I'll get a flat file from here. So it's a pivot is flat file. Right click here, create new, make it pivot. File name, browse file name from desktop. It's of CSV. So type pivot. Bring the data. So we have here the file, because heading we need. So once you got heading here, the next step is save and close. Now bring this data, make a source. So this is my source. So this is my record. Now let me use a pivot transformation to convert this data as a column. So we can see pivot in the integration transformation, data integration of pivot here. Let me do mapping. Double click on here. So here we have certain settings there doing perform certain activities. So I can take the year sequence here. I'll rename as year sequence. So we get a year wise sequence. And non-pivot column is country comes in the non-pivot column. Then the pivot column is all three are considered pivot columns, like 2 and 4, 5 and 6. So select 4 to 6, and up under non-pivot column. And here write the heading, the field name we are getting is sales data. So write the sales data over there. So heading is to be sales. So we get a sales data in the output. Next we are getting a year as year sales. Let me see. So choose a year column has non-year column has country, and the pivoted which is converted forms has 4, 5, 6, and at a heading has year, and that's all. Just save syntax check. Syntax check. So once you check the syntax, you can see no error found. Come back. Then the output will send as a table format. So I'll take same template table, and up here. I'll give it pivot. And up. Right click on pivot, execute. So run the query, it will run the query. It's done. Let me see the data. See the data preview. This is how you can get the data. See here the data has come as year sequence 1, 2, 3. Then 2 and 4, 5, 6. Again, this is a sales report of 2 and 4 and 5 and 6. So this is how we can run the pivot statement. So pivot will a kind of a functionality in which you can get all the pivoted data column has output scenarios. This is what we have here. So this help you out to can get this pivot data into different format, which is pivot are a individual concept of scenarios. So pivot will help you out to convert all the required data as per your required scenarios. This is how we can get this required information. So let's go with one more topic called non-pivot. So this pivot transformation will help you if you want to perform any activities on the pivoting side, which has the convert the complete row into column, has this scenarios. In that case, we use this pivot columns. So this pivot column will get all the different types of scenarios and will convert has the all the required format as per your requirement. So let's see all the scenarios practically. So let's go with the next one called reverse pivot. So next we will see the reverse pivot. So we have a reverse pivot. So this reverse pivot, same thing, has we got the output as country wise, year wise, sales per rate. So it will count as the output scenario has country wise, like year wise 2 and 4, 5 in the case sales, and 2 and 6. So if you have country like India, 2 and 4 result, some $300, USA 2 and 4, and India in 2005, UK. So this record will be current as India in 2004 we got 300, and this one we got 876. In 6 there is no value, so it's null. So it's how we can get null value. We'll get from USA to, so it's null. So in 2004 it will get null, and 2005 will get 876, and here it's null. So let's see how this will convert as practical scenario. So is one table, my source table. If you use reverse pivot, this output we get here. For that I'll need to create some project here. The steps are, first step is we need to create a project. Second step, we need to create the batch job. Third step, we need to create data flow. The source table, that's a pivot source table. Then use reverse pivot transformation. Then target table. This is what we have here. So let's see how it's happened practically. For that I need to create a new batch job is already there. So let's create a batch job. The product is already there. I'll give here reverse pivot, data flow, double click, and here we'll go with a I'll take my that same table which I got an output, which is pivot output, import table. I go for data flow here. I'll use this pivot table. I'll show you output actually. Make source. You can see the output of first source system. This is my file structure look like. So I'll convert this data. So this data has this incoming source system. So client can easily understand that structure format. So let's do that part. For that I'll use a transformation, has query transformation here. We have reverse pivot, do mapping, so here non-pivot column is country, the pivot column is the sales, because we are putting the data into a sales. So the sales comes in the pivot column, and we need to check the data up to axis called year. So if we had duplicate values, then we need to make it up last. So output axis we need to get the 2004. So it will check for 2004. And because we have three fields, so 2004, 2005 and 2006. So it's 2006. And just let me syntax check. So nowhere found. This output we get here, like say. So come back and check the data here. So I'll send it into a target as template table. So I'll give my source table name has reverse pivot. Then do mapping. Then I'll run the job here. So after running job, let me see the output here. So this shows the complete DS information of system. So this reverse process will just directly convert the row into column, column to row. So job is completed. You can check the data here. See here. So if the value of 04 is doesn't have, then we get these likes. So we get null because of we didn't choose that sales value. So pivot column is actually year, and axis column output for is sales. So sales is all on the date. Now let me rerun. So once the job is done, let's see the output of this reverse pivot transformation. So job is done. Let's see the output. So let me check it here. So it was 5 years we need to get sales actually. Input we have this part. Okay, input it's here, it taking as field. Let me check. So let me get data here. Let me. So here the input fields are small f. So let me get a f field here. Column prefix is f to at small f 2004. So change the column type as if so write f 2006 and here also f 2006 because the input field we have 6 value. Enough, then it's not necessary. Then syntax check. Now run the query. So when the job is running, then check the output in the panel, so we get a result. So the job is running. So once the job is running, we'll check the output has this reverse pivot, how the output will look like. So now the job is started here. So now the data flow started. So it was done. Now see the output. So now we got a result. So for Germany these are 24 cells, 5 cells and 6 cells. For India these are 4 cells, 5 cells, 6 cells. So if you see my input, so this is my input data which has country wise, year wise sales data. So that entire column is covered as the row. So how the pivots and reverse pivot will be useful in the real time environment. So it just convert all the this year into this column. So it's column. If you talk about reverse process, so it is a reverse, which we call pivot, and here to here it is a pivot, reverse pivot. So just now we saw this pivot and reverse pivot, which help you out for most of companies they need to change that column header part. So in that case, that's help you out to change the header of each and every column scenarios for each symbol. So let's see how this part will help you out in the scenarios. These are pivot and reverse pivots, activities on which you can perform certain things. So let's see the other scenarios. So in this video we just saw this part. Let's go for the next video. We'll see how the hierarchy flattening will be useful and how we can load the hierarchical structure format. So in this series of videos we are doing complete BODS scenarios in which we are learning some certain transformation. So in the next video we'll learn the hierarchy flattening transformation. So thanks for watching this video. We'll meet on next video guys. Thanks so much.